Are you an Enneagram Type 3, or do you know someone who is? Are you feeling stressed and want to experience health and growth? What's up? This is Evan from EnneagramGift.com, and we're going to talk about an Enneagram 3 and stress. Threes are driven and will thrive in environments where they can pursue big goals. Their core fear of failure and worthlessness drives their desire for esteem and success. To varying degrees, threes can fixate on success and outcomes even at the expense of others' values and in some cases relationships. Unhealthy threes may even go as far as taking advantage of others when chasing opportunities or self-promotion. The Enneagram 3 stress and growth lines are connected to the type 9 and 6. Depending on the context and the situation they're in, they will begin to take on the traits of these types. An Enneagram 3 in stress will take on the unhealthy side of a type 9. This will result in them losing energy and lacking motivation. They'll also stay active with busy work instead of prioritizing and focusing on productivity. While Enneagram 3s can be very inspiring, full of drive and energy, when lacking awareness, their inability to control this drive can lead to unhappiness, addiction, and even personal failure. Enneagram 3s will begin to experience stress if the win is not clearly defined, they do not receive credit for the work that they've done, their work is disrespected, if they are ignored or devalued, or when feedback and communication is confusing. In general, type 3 struggle with things like shame, failure, denial, and vulnerability. There are also common weaknesses that are familiar to type 3s. Type 3s will struggle with self-criticism. While their high standards can help them to accomplish outstanding achievements, it can also cause 3s to be superficially concerned with their image. 3s also have a hard time with failure. Because 3s hold success in such a high regard, loss on any level can be very damaging and difficult for them to process. 3s will also struggle with self-neglect because in their pursuit of seeking approval from others, they may overlook their own feelings, wants, and desires. 3s can also develop somewhat of a negative persona because sometimes their drive and competitive spirit can get in the way of their sensitivity towards others as they allow their obsession with winning to override the value of their relationships. An unhealthy Enneagram 3 will tirelessly work with no regard for themselves or others while spiraling downward in denial and shame. An Enneagram 3 in stress will feel empty, especially when lacking the motivation that they once held or had. Unhealthy 3s can become ruthless in competition and experience an overriding sense of pride in their own accomplishments and achievements. As they focus solely on advancement, they will gloss over basic relational skills like complimenting others and core ethics. 3s also are social chameleons, adapting to whatever the setting and the people around them want or need. They become willing to change in an effort to please those around them and earn their admiration. However, when disagreement or disapproval arises, this can plunge them deeper into self-loathing and feelings of inadequacy. Completely unhealthy Enneagram 3s can become narcissists and sociopaths, completely obsessed with their own gain and self-image. They'll do almost anything to advance, even if it means backstabbing others. 3s can also be prone to addictive tendencies and habits, attempting to fill the emotional void that they experience from a lack of transparency and genuine relationship. Enneagram 3s are also in the heart triad, which means they can also struggle with intense feelings of shame. As 3s wrestle with these feelings of shame, it can lead them to feeling like they're worthless if they lack accomplishments. Even in cases of extreme success, they can lack self-confidence, and without recognition, it becomes painful for them to bear. The core desire of an Enneagram 3 is to be admirable, successful, and admired. And the message that a 3 most wants to hear is that you are valuable simply for being you. Enneagram 3s can move towards health as they learn that failure is a part of life and that they can accept and overcome setbacks rather than fighting tooth and nail to deny them. 3s can learn to be more open with themselves and those around them instead of putting up protective walls. They can learn by practicing vulnerabilities with close friends, people that they trust, and loved ones. Without awareness, Enneagram 3s can go through life trying to please everyone else, all while suppressing their own wants and desires. Their chameleon-like nature can lead them to believe that achievement and success is more important than honesty and transparency. As a result, they become great at adapting towards what others want and therefore suffer in their relationship with people. However, 3s can learn to take responsibility for what they feel and own it, even if others are not receptive to it. Enneagram 3s can move towards health by doing practical things like creating a list of why they want to become more vulnerable, engaging with conversations with friends and mentors, or even using an emotion wheel to identify what they're feeling. Healthy Enneagram 3s begin to value their relationships and see them as important rather than a means to get what they want. They also begin to prioritize rest and recovery in order to avoid burnout and unnecessary setbacks. Healthy Enneagram 3s are comfortable with helping others and trying new things. They become content with the rewards of their hard work and even receptive to constructive criticism and feedback. They can resist temptation for faster advancement and abstain from addictive behaviors and qualities. Healthy Enneagram 3s can brim with talent and potential and can learn to develop their inner confidence rather than relying on external factors like achievement and appearance. Hey, if this video helped you, would you hit the like button and be sure to subscribe? And let me know in the comments which characteristics and traits you relate to the most when you're in stress. Hey, this is Evan from EnneagramGift.com. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.